Well, we turn now to the biggest controversy gripping the Summer Olympics, and as crazy as it still sounds, it looks as if wrestling has a chance at remaining in the Games after all. In February, the sport was taken off the 2020 program, but on Wednesday, the IOC Executive Board threw it a lifeline as it announced it would vote in September on which one of three sports, wrestling, baseball/softball, or squash, will be included in the 2020 Summer Olympic Games. And CCTV correspondent Daria Bondarchuk has more from Moscow.
Some 1,500 famous athletes, sports officials and prominent sport activists gathered for the annual Sport Accord convention in St. Petersburg. Russia cheered the news as the International Olympic Committee announced wrestling would be among the shortlisted sports recommended for the 2020 Summer Olympics program. The sudden IOC decision made in February to drop the sport from the Olympic program sparked heated debates in the sports community and triggered major changes within the International Wrestling Federation, or FILA.
And they certainly gave wrestling sort of like a yellow card. And I think what the FILA Congress held here just a week ago, and the newly elected chief, Nenad Lalovic from Serbia, he certainly understood the problem. And I mean, what he was telling journalists, I mean, certainly wrestling is planning to make changes, drastic changes to adapt to the new environment, what the IOC wants. And I think by doing that, they have a good chance to survive.
Wrestling has been in every modern Olympics since 1986. The decision to remove the sport hit Russia particularly hard, where wrestling involves about 1 million athletes and accounts for some 80 gold Olympic medals won by Soviet and then Russian wrestlers, which is why the country took the lead in efforts to save the Olympic sport.
We have done a lot in a short time. To give you the highlights, an extraordinary FILA Congress convened recently, uniting 111 wrestling nations from all over the world in Moscow. We organized and hosted. Then, significant changes to competition rules were introduced. We hired a great team of professionals to make a powerful presentation of our sport for the International Olympic Committee Board.
The IOC is trying to revamp its sports program in an effort to attract younger viewers and keep sponsors. The FILA presentation helped wrestling stand out and win the competition against other disciplines like karate, roller sports, sports climbing, wushu and wakeboarding.
Wrestling is beauty. It's about strength, will and character. It's a distinguished kind of sport. And that's why we hope that all the changes made will be noted by the members of the IOC who will be making the decision.
The final decision regarding the sport that will be included in the 2020 Summer Olympics program will be made at an IOC session in September in Buenos Aires. Russian sports officials and experts are optimistic and convinced that wrestling has all chances to win back its place in the Olympic sports family. Daria Bondarchuk, CCTV, Moscow.